Hello everyone, this is Orange Penguin, and this video is going to be a bit different than normal. We're going to be talking about a game. A game I highly dislike. Now this game came out in 2019, and it's the prequel to a game that I absolutely love. And this game, my friends, is Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. Now, this game, it's, like I said, came out in 2019, okay? It came out in September, but it was meant to come out in October. It was highly leaked beforehand, so they had to release it a couple weeks early. The thing is, as you can see down there, down here, it was made by EA. And we all know EA's reputation for ruining games. That is a joke. I don't want to lose anything. I don't want to lose my channel. That is a joke. Now, this is the game. And it looks pretty good, right? It looks pretty good. Good graphics, good everything. What if I told you that was a lie? The only good thing about this game is the graphics. Now, let me tell you some rules. Just like the previous two games, you do quests over here. But, thing is, they're worse. I will get into how they're worse a little later. The rules are simple. Either be here in what it's called as Giddy Park, and just shoot people like I'm about to shoot this pumpkin. The pumpkin will not die. The people, however, will die. And you are either a zombie or a plant. And it's kind of like if you've ever played Destiny. It's kind of like that, but more for kids. You go into this portal right here to play the actual multiplayer game modes. Let's go over some of the game modes, shall we? So there's a weekly event in this one, which is Battle Arena. There's also Turf Takeover. I am so sorry. Turf Takeover, where there is an expanding map, and you have to either capture gardens or graveyards, and then it expands into the next area. Team Vanquish, which is just whichever team gets to a certain amount of kills first, wins. 50 in this case. Garden and Graveyard Ops is a Horde Rush mode, where you and a few teammates have to protect a garden or a graveyard from either the plants or the zombies. And you need to protect it in this game about 5 waves. There's also, you could do single player or with a group of friends. Now this game, I would say this game is, an action game, because it's to be more specific, it is a third-person action shooter game that is also team versus team, or so PvP or PvE, which stands for player versus everything. I think I completely forget. I am not the smartest, but as you can see with this character named Acorn, you can shoot. And then you've got little abilities like that, right? Pretty, like, you know, stereotypical action shooter. And it's third person, which means it's a third person action shooter. See? And that's a cool thing you can do. That's something I like about this. I like this character. This is one of the only good things about this game, this character here. Anyway, to get back to what we were talking about, that this game sucks. Horribly. And I do mean horribly. And I will tell you that right now. So the first reason this game sucks is the characters. So you have characters like in the other two games. The only thing is, it's only that. There's no other class. Like, the other games have a class. And I'll show you that after I've finished showing you these characters. I'll show you the other game's class system. So this has all the characters like Pea Shooter and Sunflower and Cactus that the first two games have. What the first game has. Then it also has characters like Rose and Citron and Kernel Corn, like the second game has. But this game also adds others, like Nightcap and Snapdragon and Acorn and Oak, and also this character, which I don't have. But also, here are the zombies. Now these three games also have zombies, so there's zombies from the first game, like Foot Soldier, and All-Star, and Engineer. But there's also characters from the second game, like Imp, Super Brains, and Captain Deadbeard. But then this game adds more zombie characters than plant characters. Like this character, 80s action hero. I have him dressed like a unicorn because I can. But it also has Electric Slide, Space Cadet for some reason, a wizard, and a TV head, which is like the weed, but for the zombies. Now, let me show you what the other games have for characters. Now this is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. I don't have the first game on my computer, so I can't show you the character from that. But, as you can see here, there are different versions of each character. There are there are over 200 different characters to play as, and there's a ton per character. Each one of them fun in their own way, with cool customization, like their appearance, where there's like over 1,000 different ways. There are millions of different ways to customize your characters. And like abilities, there's a ton of different abilities as well. And then gestures, you can change what, like this. This is one of my favorites. You could change what dance or emote your character does. And then finally, there's upgrades where you can, I don't have any upgrades for this guy, but you can upgrade your characters. You can add like a damage upgrade, or health upgrade, or health regeneration upgrade. You can add all this good stuff, and you can level your stuff up to really good, like Rugby Star I have leveled up. But then there's like advanced, like my Golf Star, who I absolutely love Golf Star. I will tell you that, and Rugby Star. I love them both. Now this game is just so much better. I like the graphics of this game way more than the third game. Well, I can't even call it the third game, because it's called Battle for Neighborville. it's not called Garden Warfare 3. It doesn't even say Garden Warfare. The only thing that's the same about them is the playstyle and the characters. That is the only thing that is remotely similar. How the game is played and the characters. Everything else, gone. Another cool thing about this game compared to Battle for Neighborville is the sticker shop. Now, the sticker shop is interesting. Don't mind that how many gifts or coins I have. I modded this game a while ago. But sticker shop, you can buy stickers. Like, let me just buy a Wondrous Pack of Greatness, for instance. Let me see. What am I going to get? Whoa. I got a ton of stuff, right? I got a ton of stuff. In Battle for Neighborville, you get one thing. And you know what it is? It's not even stickers. No. It's like balls from like one of those gumball machines. But it's like surprise balls, so it's gotcha, pretty much. And it sucks. And then also something better about this is that there's seasonal items. Like for Christmas, it's Festivus, I'm pretty sure. And for Halloween, it's Lawn of Doom. Let's see what I will get in this. See, look how much stuff I get. I got like, okay, I think I got everything in the game that I could get from that. Let's see. Let's see if I got every single thing that I could. Right? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. No, I didn't. I got most of them. See, there's a ton of stuff. There's so much stuff in this game that it is, and like, there's a backyard. Of course, there's the same as that. That is the same. That is just the portal. But then also there's quests in this one that are super fun. A ton of quests and just so many better characters, and you can change what your like abilities are. And Rux is here, who is a gnome, because the whole thing is that it's plants versus zombies, and then those two join together to fight the gnomes at the very end. So, but you know what I say about their like that Battle for Neighborville being not having the characters options that this game has? You know what I say about that? You know, that's pretty fucked up. Now, if you want to see how this game, you know, is worse than I'm saying, because there's too much to talk about in this video, that this video would be like 20 hours long if I wanted to talk about everything that this game is, everything this game does worse than the other games in the series. You will have to get it yourself. But I do not recommend getting it unless you want to torture yourself. So, this game, you can see I'm not like the biggest fan of it. Even the like damage stuff is all different. Everything is different about this game. Everything. But I do have some ways that it can, you know, improve. One of the ways is maybe EA should have, you know, kept supporting it instead of, you know, instead of not supporting it less than a year after it came out. They stopped updating it less than a year after. Yeah. Another way, give us the characters back. That is the biggest reason why this game failed. Because it didn't have all the different character types. It doesn't have all the different character classes. It doesn't have all the, you know, customization that you can do in the first two games. It doesn't have any good maps. Not a single good map in this game. Especially Giddy Park, which is where I am now. Especially Giddy Park. Look at this guy. I'm gonna kill him. If only there was friendly fire, then I would love this game to bits. I am kidding. I would never love this game. Except if they add back the characters. That is the one thing I ask. It's the one way that you can redeem this game. But that's never gonna happen. You know why? Because they stopped supporting it. Because it is EA. Now, with that being said, thank you for watching. And I hope you got something out of this. If you didn't, that's fine. I don't mind. If you did, thank you so much. And you are welcome for teaching you about this crap show of a game. But thank you so much for watching. I don't normally say this, but I said it last stream. Please subscribe. Maybe like if you enjoyed this. I'm never gonna say those things at the beginning of a video because I prefer saying it at the end, because you haven't even seen anything yet at the beginning, so you wouldn't know if you like me or like what I do. But anyway, if you liked this video, please like, subscribe. You don't need to hit the bell, but you can. Maybe share this with other people. And, yeah, I'm probably gonna do more videos like this, explaining games that I like or games that I don't like. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you all guys again in the next video. See ya, goobers.